Bozy here. A new patch has just hit Battlefleet Gothic, so I'm going to take a look. Eldar pulsars have been nerfed to only 15 damage per pulse instead of 30, but they now can fire every 20 seconds instead of 30. And there have been some other changes. Now I've lost a skill on this guy because Taunt has been removed and replaced with Rally. So the Taunt skill is gone. Criticals can now be fixed unless certain things inflict them. And I'll pull the patch notes up so I can talk a little bit better about what's happened. So many changes on the Eldar. Maelstrom now doesn't do any damage if the target has shields up. And pulsars can no longer have the 3000 extra range, which is a nice thing. Instead, they get a bonus on their star cannons, and their star cannons can also have a bigger firing arc under a special order. Orcs have had some serious changes, and I think as I play through things I will talk about them, but the first thing I want to do is have a look at this ship and see what I can do. Cooldowns for things like Stasis Bomb have been massively increased, 300 seconds, so they've had a double increase on them, which I think is a good thing to do. But this is my close range brawler of the fleet. Oh yeah, Micro Warp Jump has had the landing zone cut down from having to be clear of ships within 3k to only 2k, so that's a bit more useful. You know, I am going to put Micro Warp Jump on him so I can jump him out or in if I need to, but we'll see. We got regions now, which is useful, but I don't know if the player base is big enough to support using that. Gonna have a look at Steam charts, see what it's looking like for players at the moment. And currently 483 players. So a little bit higher, around 100 people higher than what's been playing on this time the last few days, but around the normal for the game. I'm still waiting. And they've also fixed one of the tentacles on the despoiler, I believe, so it's no longer poking through a turret. And of course, they announced the Space Marines are coming out this month with 5 factions, chapters, and that should be interesting as well. See how the Space Marines play, because the Eldar would have murdered the Space Marines. Right, up against the Imperiums. I want to try my teleport skill out. Do we want to take some scouts, or should I take the battleship, limit my speed, and try and get some levels on me Hellbringers? No, I prefer the battleship for defense missions, not for running around shooting people. And of course I can take a pair of Ironclasts at this points value. Now it's been a few weeks since I last played this game, so odds are I'm going to be pressing the wrong buttons because my muscle memory is going to be atrociously bad. But let's get back into this and figure out what we're doing. And of course I'm pressing the Total War buttons as they're ingrained in my memory now, right? Yes. You go there, you go there. In fact, let's hide my 2 Ironclasts in the nebula. Alright, let's set some powers. This now should fix damaged parts, so I'm not going to automate that. I'll keep that for when things absolutely get leathered. I don't know if they fixed the void shield transfer button, because that was not working the way it was intended to work, because it wasn't working at all. Right. Let's move you guys up.
Your orders for the ruinous powers.
Let's get some fighters. Which one's me fighters? That one's me fighters. Put a probe down range and see what we can see.
Ready eternally.
I just nearly pooed myself.
Switch to silent running.
And thank you.
Just show us.
I've got the game very quiet, but everything else on my PC is very loud.
We'll follow your command for now.
So let's get some eyes on him. On him? I'm going to leave the other scout ship at the back for a while.
Tremble.
I'm hoping he doesn't have the battleship, because he will spot me, but I'll know he's got the battleship,
To those coordinates.
because he will absolutely leather my little ship. Alright, get back in this cloud, and we're going to target their generators. But now with the way critical hits work,
Show us something to kill.
it may not be as important. Right, he's going to spot my fleet, but I'm not worried about that.
Unstoppable.
And the idea being this little guy can keep these in vision, which will allow my lancers
Your orders.
to do what they need to do.
Moving to those coordinates.
These guys are not as long range
Ready eternally.
as the Archeron or the Hellbringers.
For the
And I get a little bit close to him. So let's make sure we move you somewhere sensible.
For the ruinous powers.
And I will be able to hit him with my bombers
Setting course.
if I get my bombers in range.
Command me.
Right, he should be safe there. And we'll get eyes on that other ship.
Your orders. We'll follow your command for now.
But for the moment, it's just about keep distance. He's got some decent lancers on that then, hasn't he? Has he got the upgrade? Yeah, he's got the upgrade.
Show us something to kill.
Where's my Zench? I don't have Zench in this fleet, do I? No.
Engines hot.
But you can see my Styx's lancers are starting to work.
Command me.
I gotta be careful this guy doesn't get spotted.
For the ruinous powers. For the dark gods.
So I'm just gonna work on kiting this guy for the moment.
We'll follow your command for now.
Yeah, the mutiny changes. I think Slash had an indirect nerf because the orc squigs have changed,
Chaos comes.
which is a little bit disappointing for the
Ready
power of
eternally.
Slaanesh, because now the orcs aren't really going to have a problem.
Command for now.
It's going to be a lot harder to break an orc fleet, but they can't upgrade the guns like they used to be able to. Oh! Fatal error! Oh! Right, I need to find the mouse. Now that is disappointing. Fatal error. Ah, Lisa. So let's get that fired up again. Yeah, but Slaanesh, I think, has taken an indirect nerf because it was very powerful against orcs. But you still have your silence. Yeah, fatal error. That's 1 for 1. This feels like I'm back in beta. Let's see if it happens again, though. But we'll fire the game back up. This used to happen every second match during the beta. It used to be really painful, right? It remembered me upgrades, so let's see what we get. Yeah, I think the silence is still going to be useful. Against Eldar, it was nice. It was very anti-Eldar, the silence, because they couldn't use their pulsars, of course. And I think with the 20-second refire, that actually makes Slaanesh with an indirect buff, if I can speak correctly. Because you should be able to get maybe an extra 1 or 2 silences and prevent that weapon from firing. But we'll see what we get. We're up against orcs, so it's going to be interesting. Their tractor cannon, the long-range shock attack has been buffed, and I believe that can now do 2 attacks instead of 1. It does 1 attack, but 1 activation, and that 1 activation launches 2 attacks. But I think I need to get a few hours in and figure out what the change in the meta is going to be, because the fleet I'm running now was very strong against everything but Eldar. When I fought Eldar, it was Hellbringers for the speed. And of course I took the Mark of Khorne so I could hit their hollow fields and knock them out with the extra lightning attack, but now they'll be able to fix them because Mark of Khorne doesn't do permanent damage. I just realised I'm also streaming at 30 frames a second, as I was streaming Elite yesterday, so I should have changed that back to 60 for this. But for some reason Elite doesn't like to stream at that speed. But it's going to take a few games to figure out. Now let's see if they've actually fixed these guys. Because before, their stasis bubbles didn't work. I'm just going to fire them off automatically because I'm lazy like that at times. Now on this map, I need to control the centre. And that's what I'm going to try and do. But with him being orcs, orcs can be very difficult to herd. But this nebula looks like a good place to park. This is a lovely map for bringing the Despoiler on at 700 points, because you can just park him in the middle and then run Hellbringers around and kite and lure them into him. But we'll see how this guy plays it. When he readies up. Double checking the patch notes for orcs. Alright, fires are really good against orcs now. And they take extra damage from the hull breach critical hit. Oh, he's gone with escort spam. Lots and lots and lots and lots of escorts. Right, the skill's lit up, so looks like it is going to work. And of course, for squigs no longer needed, escort spam used to be lovely because you could pop a few escorts and the entire fleet would start running away. I think the range nerf on pulsars is going to help a lot against Eldar. You're not going to need the taunt because they're going to have to come in to range to actually shoot at you. I mean, yeah, you're still not going to be able to stasis them because they're too fast for that. Right, I've only got the 1 probe, so 1 probe it is. It's going to catch the side of his fleet, not to worry. So I think it's going to be different fighting Eldar, but I think with the lack of disgusting damage.
We've sighted an enemy ship.
Because remember, they've halved the damage, and yeah, it's had a 30%, well, 33% buff in fire rate. But how many Eldar players are going to be able to position themselves to fire every, what, 20 seconds? To do that, they're going to have to stay pretty damn close to you.
Coordinates.
And I can't see Eldar doing that. And I think that means they're going to be more vulnerable. There goes my thing firing stasis off. That's from this little outpost.
For the ruinous powers.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the missile buff thing works.
Moving to those coordinates.
Alright, let's move you around there. You're already identified, so I'm not too worried.
Moving to those coordinates.
New bombardment has appeared. Alright, let's start moving towards the bombardment. We'll target your generators and we'll make you number 1.
Ready eternally.
That's on cooldown, isn't it? Yes.
Engines hot. Ready eternally.
I'm not sure if I like the way this hood's now moving. I don't like when I'm tabbing it flipping before. It never used to do that. Let's turn the ship around.
Gods.
Let's drop another stasis on them to keep these busy. Yeah, I don't know if I like that the way the screen's flicking when I'm tabbing it.
For your souls.
Of course, he's got an entire other fleet over here.
Command me.
So let's drop another stasis and slow these boys down.
Sighted an enemy ship.
Just working on these, but unlike in the past, it's not going to cause them to want to run away. Actually, let's do that, and now I can tell you to shoot it and still move.
I'll follow your command. For now.
Yeah, I don't want you getting caught up in that. Let's get some range with him.
Cruising speed set.
I suppose it does give you the indication
The galaxy.
that you are swapping ships. Tell you what I'm going to do with you, I'm going to actually use that power and jump you out of the way.
Kill.
This is going to get very painful very quickly for me. Yeah, it's a bit jarring the way the hood's disappearing and then appearing again.
We're unstoppable.
Let's get out of that whole mess.
Cruising speed set.
Come on you, I told you to move. You're going to get caught up, but not to worry. Let's kill this guy here.
Tremble. The chaos comes.
Alright, let's start picking on this guy.
Something to kill.
You want to go there. You want to slow down because you're burning and there's no need for you to burn. Yeah, you can die. I'd rather you die than lose you to the warp. I don't know why the hell he done that there. Very strange. Right.
For the dark gods.
I see, I'd rather lose my ships to death. Yeah, pretty nasty.
We have sighted an enemy ship.
Oh, too late. Did I catch you in time? Oh, I did. I caught you in time.
Engines hot.
Right, let's make this guy number 1.
Ready eternally.
Let's concentrate on killing him. Come on.
Rotation.
Turn in. I got the little markers, that's nice. Let's get some distance away from them orcs.
We have sighted an enemy ship. Your orders.
Thing is, once I kill this ship, if I can, then he is
Unstoppable.
screwed because he's got to use a cruiser
Brace.
to do the mission. Alright, let's kill this little guy.
We're unstoppable.
Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it. Thank you.
Your command.
That's what we want to see. A couple of more volleys. Well, one more little tap. Give it a love tap.
For the ruinous powers.
That's it. Let's get on this guy.
Ready eternally.
And I just need to kill this dude. And I should have won the mission unless he's hidden something, which I'm not aware of. He's far too far away to do anything.
Tremble. For chaos comes.
And I think he's knackered himself anyway by not actually going for the bombardment missions.
For chaos comes. Just show us something to kill.
Don't like it when my ships just stop like that. Don't think there's a
Cruising
need for it.
Command me. Cruising speed set.
If I keep renaming my turrets,
Gods.
the station thing that is, that also means that I get there.
Your orders.
See, it's not. I'm tabbing now, and the damn thing isn't
Just show us
flicking up and down.
Retros activated.
Then you can just stop. You stop there. In fact,
Setting course.
get your marking there, going.
We'll follow your command. For now.
Get your dot going.
Ready eternal. For the dark gods.
You can move. I hope that my power. There we go. And he wasn't paying attention to his mission. A lot of people don't on that one. But I think I should probably play my Orc fleet to get a better understanding of how they work as well. Oh, they get grayed out now that they're dead. He must be lost in the warp. Oh no, not lost in the warp, but grayed out because he didn't end the fight. And it seems my stream has gone to you. I'm dropping a load of frames here and I don't know why. Right, that should have fixed the stream. No idea what happened there. Bizarre. Alright, let's fix them. And fix them. So let's have a look at the Orc fleet. I don't have a very high level Orc on this. I played them to death in the beta. Lots of Goth ships. It was quite interesting. This is taking what? Alright, so it could be the bloody servers. I can probably imagine with the amount of people wanting to play the game that it's getting spammed at the moment. Yeah, I'm having bandwidth issues here. I'm just going to check my internet connection and see if it's that's causing the bandwidth issue. No, my internet's loading. Internet's absolutely fine. See, apparently I'm connected to Armada. I wouldn't be surprised if their servers have fell over with a lot of people coming back to the game to check out the balance patch. Yeah, still. Let's see, it's telling us I'm connected. But that's weird. I've had one fatal error in my first game, and my second game didn't allow me to save my Admiral. It broke. Could be Twitch that's playing up actually. Oh, an error has occurred and we're going to put really, really small writing. Can't reach the server. Alright, so I'm going to have a quick check on the forums here. And see if anyone's kicking off on the forums. Let's have a look in the chat box. Well, that's disappointing. I was looking forward to playing this tonight. When I saw they'd done the patch, I've been checking all last week and all this week, I know it's sad, to see if the post count had went up on the news and announcements, and it's went up by 2. One is the Space Marines, and the other is the patch notes. But I am certainly not bloody connected, that's for sure. Right, I'm just going to have a look and see what's going on with Twitch as well. Crikey, slow. It is slow. London, UK. Right. Let's check my interwebs. Because something funky is going on. I'm dropping about 20% of my frames here. It's bouncing between 1200 and 3000 kilobytes a second. So I'll be like under a ray of light. Right, ping test isn't working for me either. So this could be a problem with my interwebs, which is really disappointing. Right. Speed test, let's see if you work. Begin the test. Do apologise about this. Mind you, I've had technical issues lately with everything I've tried to do. Alright, my ping is absolutely fine. And there goes the stream again. That seems to have stopped. I do have a feeling it's Twitch that's playing up. And something else. There is something afoot. Alright, I'll try again. But I'm having no problem with my ping tests. But I am having a problem with Twitch. Right, let's put you there, put you there. So let's swap yous around, in fact, do it this way. No, it's still not connected. Oh, now we're connected. Come on. I'm only a little level 4 and this seems to have worked. I can't remember how I built this Orc fleet. I forgot how gaudy these damn things looked. Got a lot of work to do with these. Got virtually nothing on my Orcs. Right. Got a lot of new upgrades. Big bunker mech. When I die, I do a massive plasma explosion. Quite funny. See, the zap cannon is going to be really, really interesting. I don't know if I've took any zap cannons, have I? I think I've got mega cannons on these. You got a zap? You got a zap cannon. And you got a zap cannon, so I think my 2 cruisers are going to be the boys. And I think your upgrade is going to be this. To slow people down. And you don't have an upgrade because I don't have the points, but... Oh, thank you very much! I appreciate that, thank you. So let's see if I can get a match with my really bad Orcs. I did used to run them with Goff and Mega Cannons for the up-close destruction and ramming, but I think the Orc playstyle's changed. But that Zap Cannon with the slowdown could be interesting, but I'm just waiting now in the queue to find a match. But I'm still dropping a quarter of my frames. So I'm going to stop the stream and then restart.